Nepal don't need any pass test to pass to prove how good they are. We are past that point in the Saff Under 20 Women's Championship season. They win over Sri Lanka just a couple of days ago, providing them a massive boost. And today they take on the familiar foes Sri Lanka yet again in the reverse fixture, who are languishing at the bottom and are up against the league's second best so far. This is match day 4 and we are live from the King's Arena training ground in Dhaka only on Sportzworkz YouTube. Nepal, with its breathtaking landscape and rich culture, popular tourist attractions, and awesome cuisine, is known for a game that is significantly rooted in the country's football culture. And despite potential, the infrastructural and administrative boundaries seem to be held this pose back in becoming a national phenomenon. Only the players, officials, and coaches seem to know
Yeah,
how
well, all
to
fine.
capitalize on it.
And today we'll play the natural game, and we are no pressure. We take keep a ball in our side and take a position, and we play the beautiful game.
Win for Nepal tonight will take them level on points with Bangladesh on top momentarily with a game in hand. And on the flip side, a win for Sri Lanka will keep their hopes alive of finishing above Bhutan and pray the Dragon Girls lose to Bangladesh later in the evening. Shivanta Kumar represented the under-19, the under-21 nationals. He was a hard-working midfielder during his playing days and tried to instill the same attributes in this team to work tirelessly on and off the ball and respect each other, yet reflect on their results. We have him alongside us. Let's hear
Yeah,
from
this
him.
is our second match with this Bhutan team. Actually, last match Bhutan played well, but our players also giving good game. I think today also a little bit we can try to make some goals, so may be a good defending, I'm sure. Um, Also, I want to speak a little bit about climate. I think climate not bad this ground. I think it is good for the players. All players are.
Shivanta remarked the competition has been strong among the teams that aspire to reach the podium, especially in light of the presence of a number of good players who are looking forward to giving their best in the competition. He did mention about the climate as well, has been forgiving, and the surface here is much better. That will inspire the players to dish out quality brand of football. In the tournament, Purnima Rai stands as the leading scorer with an impressionable tally of 6 goals. And coach Yam Prasad Gurung expressed satisfaction with the team's performance, emphasizing their unity and hard work, while also acknowledging the need for improvement. Throughout their journey in the tournament, Nepal showcased both offensive prowess and defensive grit, having scored a total of 15 goals in 3 matches and maintaining one clean sheet. The campaign began with a dominating 5-0 win against Bhutan, followed by a 1-6 victory. Sri Lanka has given a taste of top-level football to some of the young graduates from their academy. It's going to be interesting to watch how they display their skills. Lost the first 2 games, will be looking to turn the tide and regain some pride tonight. The Basundhara Kings Arena Training Center hosting the games since the last match day due to unplayable conditions. The Kings Arena main stadium. Teams ready to walk out. The first meeting between Nepal and Sri Lanka at the Under-20 Saff Women's Championship was back in 15th of December 2021. Nepal beat Sri Lanka 6-0. The last meeting just a couple of nights ago at this particular venue. Sri Lanka demolished by Nepal 0-7. Brilliant hat-trick from Meena. Sri Lanka got a young side and they try to play well. They play among themselves. The midfield is quite decent. The passing needs to be better and must learn to keep the ball for long and make it the attacking. But somewhere or the other, we lost that idea. We can work on get those focus. This team has to come out of the corner. Corner's got a fantastic side and they get to the attack. They're unpredictable. The movement is so swift. That is why defenders are always forced, which is why they are second in the table with 2 wins. Bhutan and Sri Lanka found it hard to match with them. Teams are end up beautifully. Now it's the time for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Nepal. And now, the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
Of course, Purnima Rai, Shantima Nishagarika in the race for that golden boot. For Sri Lanka, they've scored only 1 goal and have conceded 21. Worst in terms of both attacking and defending. Of course, not just Nepal. Against Sri Lanka, even on the background, we've got Yamprasad Gurung's stability versus what happened with Shivantha Kumara, a project which was supposed to be a new challenge because the word is he had other offers. The coaches love challenges. That is exactly why they move. But the coach is as good as his team. Nevertheless, the challenge was good enough. A close game against Bangladesh, so nothing to complain about Yamprasad. The team needs to get onto that scoring spree and be tight in defense. And if that happens, they can put on a very good show here. Just concluded with the team photographs and now time for the toss. 2 captains, Leela Joshi will be leading on the Nepal side and Sandhuni, the skipper of Sri Lanka. The referee for today's game, the one in the middle, Jaya Chakma, supported by Salma Akhtar and Sunwar Prem Kumari. And the fourth official, of course, is Shering Wanke from Bhutan. Sri Lanka do have a wealth of talent. The grassroots levels in the country, the need of the hour is for educated coaches who can guide and facilitate their program into elite youth football. And this is their lineup as they make only one change from just a couple of nights ago, with Kuveta coming into the lineup in place of Shashmi, who is on the bench. The rest of the side remains unchanged. It's a 4-4-2 from Shivanta Kumara. And on the flip side, Nepal make 3 changes from their last game. A first start for Semi Hangma at centre back alongside Sarita Nath. And in midfield, Kavita Guru replaces Samiksha. And Senu Pariyar is back on the right wing ahead of Barsha Oli, who starts from the bench. Unlike other sports that cost money in purchasing equipment, football is a game both for the rich and the poor. We're all set, then match number 7. It's Nepal against Sri Lanka in the reverse fixture. And the countdown begins for kickoff. One look at the league table will tell you that it's not been easy. 3 teams pretty close to each other in terms of points, and they make a formidable chasing pack. Bangladesh have still managed to build a lead that many will say is enough to take them all the way. It's happened brick by brick, but Nepal can close down that gap with another big win over Sri Lanka this evening. This Nepal against Sri Lanka in the Saff Under-20 Women's Championship 2025, a team which haven't lost any in this fixture against a team that hasn't won any. Since 2010, the Nepal women's side played 89 international matches compared to just 10 between 1986 and 1999. In total, the national team has contested 99 international games to date. Incredible number. They are in red this evening. Operating from the left to right of your screen, there is Anisha Rai. One penalty conversion under her belt against Bangladesh on 13th of July. That brought them back into the game. They put 7 past Sri Lanka in the last game. Might be one more early doors. A collision inside the penalty area, and that doesn't look pretty. A clash between Thanusika and Purnima Rai, both on rushing. It came off worse for the latter. Now both looks okay though. Thanusika throughout this tournament hasn't looked that convincing with her fitness, even though she made the most number of saves in this tournament. They conceded the most number of goals as well. Fragile defense always brings her into action. Another great slide rule pass. A tad too long for Purnima. Currently the highest goal scorer. She's got 7 goal contributions. Having a phenomenal tournament. On June 29 last month, they faced Laos in the qualifiers of the 21st edition of the AFC Women's Asian Cup in Uzbekistan, where they reached the symbolic milestone with their 100th international match in women's football. From the early days of skepticism and struggle to a century of appearances on the international stage. It is a journey that adds extra motivation for the team as they look to write a new chapter in their history. Corner taken shot. It's dinked inside the box and eventually trickles out for a throw in. Nepal would certainly want to keep up the pressure on Bangladesh. Victory will take them level on points with the Bangla Tigresses having played 90 minutes extra. The hosts will be in action against Bhutan later in the day. Meena doesn't find any space to shoot. Throw in taken quick. Senu Parrier. She was asking for a corner, but referee signals a goal kick. Unhappy, clearly. The number 23 was Yam Prasad Guru. Has experience of working as a technical director as well in the Nepal Super League for Lumbini. Managing the Nepal women's side since December 2022. It's been 3 years. Throw in for Nepal. Leaves it for Anisha. Very hard-working fullback. Very often you would see her stay up, add that extra body in the final third. Likes to operate slightly inverted. Known for attacking prowess. Ganga Rokaya at the other end. She stays very square. Likes to sit deep. Doesn't go onto the overlap too much. They got to clear this. Holding the ball for too long. Sanduni. And eventually Nepal, they get back the possession of the ball. A similar kind of mistake which Sri Lanka made even in the reverse fixture. It's Semi Hangma. First start for the number 5. Maya has been given a rest. And most of the teams just forced into squad rotation. The schedule very tight. No room to breathe. And that's the only way coaches can keep the team ticking. Rashmi just playing it safe. A lot of desperation from Nepal. They're eager to score early. Can Sri Lanka navigate this and make sure they do not concede at least in the first 20 minutes? And then you would see the Nepal players starting to panic. Shukriya. Not just victory. As Yam Prasad Guru mentioned, they need victory by a handsome margin. Oh, that's fallen kindly. Making inroads, Kavita. It has taken a deflection of Gagani. Corner then for Nepal. It's a bright sunny afternoon here. Temperatures above 30 degrees. Quite humid. Nepal certainly would not want to delay proceedings. Things might get a bit tricky in the second half if they doesn't manage to score in the first. For the first time in the tournament, Sri Lanka might have gone without conceding a goal in the first 9 minutes. That trend could quickly change. Pundimarai. They maintain the shape pretty well. Sanduni putting in a lot of hard work. Tremendous work rate down that channel. Shivanta Kumara plays a low block. The plan is simple: to get more numbers behind the ball and to avoid spaces to Nepal between the lines. First touch not that great, but Kavita puts it into a mix. Yet again, prompt clearance. This time it's Jasila, the centre forward, down there defending. Look at where Lion Sika receives the ball. Now they try to play that ball out from a tight spot with precise control. Ten minutes gone. It's Nepal nil, Sri Lanka nil. Sri Lanka's best start of this tournament. So Lion Shika, it's 2v1. Senu Parrier down the line. Gets a foot in. Kavini. This team does have the potential. It's just that they lacked some experience. Now they have a clear idea how the opponent's gonna play. It takes time for players to gel. Given that they do not have a proper domestic structure, now the Sri Lankan Football Federation launched a Women's National League to build match fitness and talent pipelines, invested in experienced coaches and tactical programs, regular youth competitions, international exposure schedule, friendlies and training camps abroad to raise the standards. The Sri Lankan women's team has shown glimpses of promise, such as the Saff 2024 win over Maldives. That was a big result. However, the lopsided loss in the recent AFC qualifier starkly highlighted the deep-rooted need for structural support, starting with domestic league development and infrastructure and frequent competitive games. With dedicated investment and strategic planning, the team has the potential to bounce back at the South Asian stage. This start just gives the players the belief they can manage this way. Those 3 defeats has drawn a lot of confidence away from them. It's a big task for the coach to keep the side motivated despite the fact they're not in the reckoning for the title. It's difficult to keep the players continuing playing the same way. Play with the same vigor and bite. Shivanta Kumara so far just managing to address the elephant in the room. The captain having a decent game. Sanduni. That was far ahead of Lanka. Leela Joshi with a long goal kick. It doesn't even clear the halfway mark. Anisha. On to Kavita. It's a great ball. Senuparia. Accelerating from the right wing. Senuparia darting inside the penalty area. Puts the ball in. The whistle has gone. Nepal's first positive move of this game. Left Gagani behind for pace. Kavita Guru directing that pass onto the path of Senuparia. He's got a couple of goals as well in this competition. A press against Bhutan on 11 July. There she is once more. Senu tiptoeing inside the box. Again puts it across. Comes off the bar. Header! Yet again. And third time lucky. Nepal finally breaks the deadlock. Have they? Purnima Rai was on the end of that. And yes, it's been given. Senuparia, the creator-in-chief. Deflection came off the defender, clipped the crossbar. Then the post for the second time. Purnima Rai, third time lucky.
Goal for Nepal. Jersey number
Right
15,
at the stroke
Purnima
of the
Rai.
first quarter. The Gokha girls, they take the lead via the tournament's highest scorer, Purnima Rai. She loves scoring against Sri Lanka. Another teasing cross. Now, how do Sri Lanka react after conceding? Do they have the character to still put on a fight? Has that goal opened up the floodgates? Nepal yet again exposed that chink in the Sri Lankan armour. The 8th goal of the competition against Sri Lanka. Purnima Rai's third against the island nation. It's Meena. Shrugged off by Rashmi. Good play from the number 4. Nepal just finding their 16th goal of the competition. In terms of conceding, if you bring it down to numbers, both Nepal and Bangladesh have conceded equal number of goals. That is 4. A try from distance, challenging for the keeper. Yet again, it rattles the framework. Almost as if the ball and the crossbar in a very close relationship with one another. And that relationship needs to end in a good way for Nepal. It has paid dividends once already in this game. But they are hungry, they are eager for more goals. And that would certainly light up the points table. Rashmi takes the throw in. Yet again, it's nodded back onto her path and clips it towards the far post. This time the goalkeeper, claiming it early, looked confident in the air. Meena tries to lob the keeper. Purnima Rai was closing in. Tharusika got there first. Scenario of women's football started to change in Nepal a lot over the years. Renuka Nagarkote did mention that, who debuted for the national team in 2010 when she was only 15. Now in 15 years, Nagarkote part of the 23-member squad that witnessed Nepal's 100th international game against Laos. More and more new players are coming up. It always gives a lot of motivation for the budding players. They have a pro-licensed coach now who's been of great support, helping them improve day in and day out. They play in a very organized way. So far, it's been a quiet game for the likes of Leela Joshi, Semi Hangma, Sarita as well. She scored directly from a free kick against Sri Lanka just a couple of nights ago at this venue. We witnessed just a couple of goals directly from free kicks. Sapna Rani was the one to score in the opening day against Sri Lanka. So both the goals directly from set pieces. They came against same opponents. Anisha closed down.
Okay, from here.
Sanduni just operating with a lot of verb. And there is that fight from Sri Lanka. Just trying their best to grab hold of the ball. It's too congested in the middle. Nepal has to take the ball out wide and try and stretch them from the wings. Rashmi. As long as they keep it 1-0, they have an outside chance of getting back into this game. A goals lead never safe in a game of football, and that is why, look at that giveaway. Lion Shika, she's got that sudden acceleration, that burst of speed. And now stepping inside the opposition's half. That's good play from Dulni. First touch below par from Sanduri. Sri Lanka seizes control near the halfway line. Kuveta. is Jasila providing that option, having extra player in midfield. Delivery on the turn. That has gone through. Cavini. And apart from the few moves, lack of measurement from the Sri Lankan attackers. Seems to be in a hurry. Senuparia. She's impressed. That was a poor pass. Indran Gregory swings her boot into no man's land. Leela Joshi. Paul rebuild. Shukriya beats the first challenge and the second, but couldn't get past the third. Well-timed tackle. That was Jasila. Sanduni. Past a couple. And tries to combine with Lion Chika. Anisha. That's poor from the right back. On to the second ball. Jasila. Not for too long though. Sushila loses out that battle to Kuveta. Shukriya Mia down the line. Purnima brushed off that challenge. And did manage to win a corner kick. I'll show you that once more. Dulni with the tackle from behind got enough of the ball. Senuparia inside the box. Once more the clearance of a blue shirt. Back-to-back corners then for Nepal. Just galloping inside the box. This player, Senuparia. Similar game plan. Similar ball into the dangerous zone. It's cleared away to safety. A chance for a counter, Lanchika. 2v4, but she still has it. Nepal, they have the coverage. Good ball inside the full back. Just touched behind for a corner kick. In corner. You continue similar approach. And you just need to try something different. You require variation. Pieces. Time with that sort of a plan. Trying to stride forward, Sri Lanka, Indran Gregory. A player in red went down, quickly onto her feet. Nepal just struggling to extend their lead. Was that a clean set of heels? Senuparia almost got it through. What a mazy run from the number 23. Changed wings. Operates from the left, started on the right. Looks like she's hurt her face. Dulni is down as well. Here is that incident once more. Dulni just touching it away. Both just failed to control the run. Senupariya and the keeper. An ugly collision inside the box. And they're watching it from behind the fence. The home team will be in action after this. And that's a 7 p.m. kickoff. The local time. Bhutan versus Bangladesh. It looked tightly contested till the 55th minute in the last game. But things were even Stevens, and then Bangladesh putting their foot on the acceleration and took the game away from the Dragon Girls. So half an hour's play gone. It's Nepal 1, Sri Lanka 0. Purnima Rice goal separating the two teams in the first half an hour. And Senupariya did create a couple of scoring chances from the left. And apart from that, Sri Lanka defended with a lot of grit and determination. The time for the water break then. The players, they do need to hydrate themselves. Humidity around 83%. Players need to inhale a lot of fluid. A chance for the coaches as well to have a chat with their players and probably reverse the game plan as and when required. Under 20 is the age where the players tend to absorb a lot more. Shivanta Kumara will be happy. His team showed a lot of discipline. Playing catch up with the league leaders. Nepal getting changes ready. Number 18, Birsana. She will come on. And of course, Kavita Guru.
Substitution for Nepal. Jersey number 9, Shukriya Mia, and jersey number 21, Kavita Guru, replaced by jersey number 17, Kusum Khadiwada,
Shukriya
and
Mia.
jersey number 18, Vishana Chaudhary.
She's off as well. So 2 changes made. Tactical ones just to increase more thirst up front. Birsana Chaudhary was the first choice midfielder. Kavita Guru just failed to live up to the billing. Yam Prasad Guru certainly doesn't want to waste too many time. Eyeing for big margin wins. they'll regroup. Leela Joshi with that lump upfield. Senu Parrier touched out yet again. Oh, another goal for Nepal. Just a bit complicit, Sri Lanka in defence. And had to pay the price. Coming off the bench and getting on the score sheet. Purnima between the legs of Kohli.
Goal for Nepal, jersey number 17, Kushum Khatiwada.
Kushum says thank you very much. What a way to start the game. Kushum Khatiwada, the goal scorer. That was beautifully set up by Purnima, right? Two goal contributions already in this game. A goal and an assist. Her 8th of this tournament. 9th rather. In contention for the golden ball and the golden boot as well. That was an excellent rise from Birsana Chaudhary. Good directed goalwards. Sri Lanka trailing 2-0. Nepal at this stage are ahead of Bangladesh in goal difference. Kusum keeps it in play. Sushila fails to control, and then Anisha from distance onto the roof of the net. That was the right idea. Now the keeper was slightly ahead of her mark and eventually saw that sail over and land into the roof of the net. It's nodded back into the Sri Lankan territory, forcing them to clear. Those two changes just working well for Yam Prasad Guru. We saw immediate result. Another cross at the near post. Keeper gathers it in second try. Now they have more control in midfield with Birsana Chaudhary coming back. Rokaya. She nicks it off a blue shirt. Immediately tracks back. That's the instruction from the coach. Anisha plays attacking at the one end. And she needs to be a bit defensive and provide that cover. Sushila's delivery at the near post. Dulni deals with it. Not so convincingly though. Again goes direct. Lack of elevation might break here for Kusum. And the bounce slightly awkward for the number 17. Kusum gets in behind, puts in a good ball, tipped over. Tarusika, excellent save. Look at the attack once more. Meena just pulling it back for Purnima right. That's a nice save from Tarusika. Corners galore for Nepal. Onslaught from the set pieces. Sri Lankan defense slightly jittery. More action in the first half at this end. Acrobatic try. Went too high. Senuparian. Sri Lanka just starting to lose the grip. Nepal just establishing control over proceedings. Another foul considered by Kuwaita. Senuparian brought down. Senuparian just putting Sri Lanka to the sword. The set piece from here could be tricky. Oh, the keepers missed it completely. A comedy of error. And Nepal, they rush into a 3-0 lead. Has it gone directly from the free kick? Sarita Nath once more. That went through the goalkeeper. But there it is. Might be a slight touch from Senuparian, not too sure. But eventually it will go down as a goal of Sarita Nath. Well, what a poor way to concede a goal. Could have gone with her hands rather. Tarusika went with her feet. There it is. Not too sure what she really tried to do over there. Maybe reluctant, couldn't make the right decision. Now they're losing the ball and giving it away. Oh, a wicked deflection! Keeper beaten at her near post. Shambolic from Sri Lanka. What can you say? Yet another goal for Nepal. They are turning the screw towards the closing embers of the first half. Here's another goal. Hit from outside the box. Deflection of the defender.
Jersey number 17, Kusum Khadiwa.
She miscues it completely. That extended left. And it went in off Gagani. Has been given as Kusum's goal. So a brace for the number 17 of Nepal. Team in red in the ascendancy, Anisha. Kusum is on a hat trick. And from that free kick, the goalkeeper was so hesitant. Four minutes added on. Can Nepal find another? A 5-0 was the scoreline in the reverse fixture. In the first half, skipping past those challenges pretty well. Clearance from Kavini. No distance on that. Despite putting on a good fight in the first 14 minutes, slowly and steadily, they lost that defensive shape. Defending is more about concentration and control. Once you commit early, that creates gap in the defense which the opposition can explore. Very basics of defending. You got to delay your opponents, maintain the right balance, have control. Covering is very crucial. Now from a crossing position, Kusum. Anisha. Throw in quickly taken. Is sent back once more. On the edge, chested down nicely. And it's set up for Senu Parir. She's fouled. Seems like it's Rumesha. No malice intended, of course. Both went for the ball. All the live action from the Saff Under-20 Women's Championship 2025. You can watch it live on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz. If you aren't a subscriber, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for notification. Now the tournament started to heat up. Rumesha. And that injury not too serious. Will be able to continue. But was there a booking? We got to wait for the confirmation. Jaya Chakma brings that yellow card out of her pocket. Sri Lanka trying to build a move. And quickly foiled. And there goes the half-time whistle. And as they say, slow and steady wins the race.
Score is
A slow start from Nepal. It took them
0.
15 minutes to score the first goal. Since then, they've grown into the game and managed to put three more towards the end of the first half. So at the break, it's Nepal 4, Sri Lanka nil. A couple of changes from Yam Prasad Guru as he brought on Kusum and Birsana and really did wonders for the team in red so far. Kusum, of course, off the bench, onto the score sheet twice in the first half. The lesson still continues for Sri Lanka in this tournament. So at the break, it's Nepal 4, Sri Lanka nil. Here is the highlights of the first half. Match number 7, the reverse fixture between the team just kicked off here at the Basundhara Kings Training Centre. With Senu Parrier was very lively from both the wings. Contributed in the opening 2 goals. And that's how Purnima opened her scoring tally of this evening. This was a curler from Kavita. Clattered the crossbar. And then the shot went straight to the keeper. And Meena from a sharp angle tried to clip it. The goalkeeper did well. Then Purnima Rai with that pullback deflected off the Dulni. Kusum making it 2-0. That header went wide from the corner. Then Meena once more setting it up nicely. Harusika pulling off a very good fingertip save. This was the free kick which went in directly. Sarita Nath claims it. Scoreline was 3-0. And then this happened. Kusum's effort from 20 yards out was deflected in. We'll come back shortly. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned. Welcome back then to the coverage of the Saff Under 20 Women's Championship 2025. We are live from the Kings Arena training ground in Bangladesh. It's Nepal who are up against Sri Lanka, where the former went in with a 4-0 lead. Sri Lanka can't really afford any space to this Nepalese side. And Senu Paria, one danger player in there. She has the ability, the vision, and tasked with distributing the ball and getting into the open spaces behind the fullbacks. She's been the player to watch. And both the teams just trying to play to their plan. Sri Lanka applying a very conservative approach
Replaced by jersey number 21, Fatima Afsar.
where they park the bus. And Nepal just managing to navigate that with certain swiftness in the first half. And Nepal, they are holding pretty. Sri Lanka makes a change with Fatima Afsar coming on. A new forward. Chasila goes off. It's been difficult for Sri Lanka to get hold of the ball and keep it for a prolonged period. It's important to attack and both of them putting all their might into it. So Nepal versus Sri Lanka, one team that has already tasted the sweetness of victory in the past, while the other left with disappointments, despite the best efforts. And Sri Lanka needs to live up to their name should they have to come up with a respectable scoreline from this game against the mighty Nepal as they make their inroads once more. Of course, when it comes to experience, one would think that it obviously favors Nepal. Oh, that's a proactive movement from Senu and a shot from outside the box. Lack of power, lack direction. Good clean catch for Tharusika. That was Birsana Chaudhary with the hit. Plenty of space. Can she get there ahead of the keeper? Leela Joshi quickly off her mark. Dulli, the centre back, up to take the throw in. Sri Lanka need to show some attacking intent now. Purnima. Oh, off her face, Gagani. In a lot of agony, down on the deck. That chip from Purnima right, straight onto her face. And there it is. Oof. Just bounced off her chest. The referee just calls for helping hand. And here is the incident once more. And from close quarter, the ball struck her. And Nepal's first clean sheet of this season's competition came in the last game against Sri Lanka. The two times runners up, the Gorkha girls, with the point to prove this season. Both the times they lost to Bangladesh in the final. this season. Can they turn the tide? Sri Lanka on the attack. Lion Shika quickly dispossessed. Dulni puts it into touch. Ganga Rukaya. Throw in taken quickly. Sarita with a couple of goals from free kick. Now action at the other end. Quick feed from Indran. Ran into a red shirt. This is much better from Sri Lanka. They started to commit players forward. They're trying to get numbers inside the opposition's half. No point sitting back and defending, especially when you're down by 4 goals. Ganga Rukaya infield for Sushila. We're 5 minutes in. It's still Nepal 4, Sri Lanka 0. Anisha Rai into the channel. The first touch could have been better from Purnima. Leading the scoring chart with 7 goals. And there she is once more, opens up her body. Good collection. Tharusika. And Purnima's shot was on target. A lack of venom. Ganga. Sanu Pare's first touch took her away. And now down the middle, here comes Sri Lanka. Could be an opportunity. Indran Gregory. That might be Sri Lanka's first corner of this game. Semi Hangma. I couldn't prevent it from going out. Rumesha from the corner. She split it out. A disappointing delivery. Here's the captain, Sanduni. Was very busy in the first half. Had to cover a lot of ground. Constantly involved in defending. This is how Sri Lanka coming out of their shell. And now gets outfoxed by Meena. Meena picking up pace. Smart cut back. And the shot is blocked off. We'll get another go at it. Finds the same player. And it went wide from Birsana Chaudhary. Stupendous run from Meena. Sanduni thwarted. Sri Lanka have made up their mind to go into the attack now. Just trying to throw the kitchen sink at Nepal. It was a splitting ball. A call was for the keeper, Leela Joshi, and she did come out. Was absolutely spot on with the timing. Indran Gregory. That was loose from the number 11. Senu. Capitalizing quickly onto her back touch. And Senu Parrier giving away a free kick to Sri Lanka. Indran Gregory. Clipped from behind. Sri Lanka searching for their second goal of this tournament. The last couple of games they've gone without scoring. Two 35 minutes since they scored last in this competition. Two and a half games in the running. And the only goal came in the opening game against Bangladesh. Since then, they haven't found the back of the net. Oh, that's so poor. And luckily, that wasn't on target for Sri Lanka. There was a golden chance for Meena. Pulling the trigger right from the edge. Well, that went wide. And they did miss a penalty. Sanduni in that game against Bhutan. Another good looking pass. It runs out. Senu Parrier had a very good game. Active down both the wings. A very two-footed player. That provides the coach with the luxury of playing her both ways. There she is, turning the screw yet again for Nepal. Sushila Casey, Nepal's midfield general. Now Ganga Rukhaya, halfway inside the Sri Lankan half. And now checking in field. Senu Parrier, a smart ball for Rukhaya. Who went for that low cross. On the loose. Semi Hangma. Senu Parrier unable to bring the ball under her control. Went out of Meena's reach. And no goals yet in this half. Nepal continues to attack. That's very uncharacteristic of this Nepal side. Sanduni, she's up against Anisha and needs a support. Past Anisha, players arriving. That might break. Very brave goalkeeping from Leela Joshi. Came out very strongly. Play eventually stopped. Anisha Rai is down with a niggle. And referee calls for the medical intervention. That doesn't look good for Nepal. The first choice right back. That definitely needs her service for the rest of the tournament. Just a couple of games remaining after this one, including the big one against Bangladesh that would potentially be the title decider. An hour's play gone here at the Basundhara Kings training ground. Nepal leading by 4 goals to 0 against Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka would want to go back with at least a point on the board. But that looks quite difficult though. And the squad still not prepared for this level of football. It has been more of a learning experience for the youngsters in the team. They need some balancing act to compete at this level. Got to work on their passing drills. Hasn't developed understanding. This is a good chance for Sanduri. Sanduri is through on goal. It's cleared off the line. Nepal's first time the defense tested Sri Lanka's best chance of this game. A lovely give and go. That was just stopped on the line. Sanduni once more. Close to her. Lion Trika. A slightly selfish play. They've taken that option. Fatima Afsar was also in the mix at the last chance. She got past the keeper. I couldn't find the net. She's bailing out Nepal. The best scoring chance might be another one. So let's go on. Fatima Afsar straight away. She went down. And this was the incident. Attempted clearance from Saritha. It has hurt Fatima Afsar. Looks like it's a lower abdomen.
Substitution for Nepal.
Samiksha Magar
Tanisha Rai and jersey
is
number
on for
16
Purnima.
Purnima Rai, replaced by jersey number 3 Sita Rukaya and jersey number 11 Samiksha Magar.
Sita Rukaya also been brought on. This was the last incident, the clearance just hitting Fatima Afsar onto her chest. Still in a lot of agony. 4 changes made by Yam Prasad Guru. Samiksha Magar. The attacking midfielder did start the last game. Sita Rukaya. Haven't seen much of her in this tournament. Chance to earn some valuable minutes. Invaluable game time for these players. Oh, the whistle is gone. Is that a foul? Was there an obstruction? Samiksha Magar went down inside the box and the referee has pointed to the spot. That shoulder barge was deemed illegal according to the rule book. So penalty for Nepal. Chance to increase their lead. She is up against Tharusika. And Nepal makes it 5-0. Birsana Chaudhary with the 5th goal from the spot kick. It is not a lot of pace on that, but still managed to beat the goalkeeper quite comfortably.
Nepal, jersey number 18
Even though Tharusika did judge the right way. It was side-footed into the bottom corner. It was the first goal of the second half. And it took Nepal nearly 22 minutes to score one. "20 goals scored by the Gorkha girls in this tournament. Bangladesh have scored 16. The goal difference stands at plus 16. Nepal would just be praying that Bhutan they get a result against Bangladesh. That would make things very interesting. Will eventually open doors for the Dragon girls as well. And in that case, the title might be decided on the last day, even though Bangladesh would want to get a result on the second match day, and that is day after tomorrow, on the 19th of July. Saritha swings it in. Once more it kissed the crossbar. That's a foul from Kusum for the 3rd time in this game. Hitting the crossbar. Can Nepal exceed the score line from the previous game, which was 7-0 against Sri Lanka? Still a lot of time left in this game. Snatched away. Semi Hangma. That doesn't get through to Senu. Senu Paria. Senu Paria with a very good ball. Now sets it up. Just outside the box. Samik Shamagar getting it completely wrong. There it is. Quick on the turn. Meena setting it up. Samik Shamagar. That's poor from the goal kick. Senu Paria once more. Immediately jinxing past one. And tries to feed Samiksha. Indran Gregory. Doesn't calculate the bounce too well. Senu. With a couple of shimmies. And then a curler from distance. Once more Tharusika. Making that same mistake. And deciding to go with her feet. Samiksha invading into the Sri Lankan box. Dooley just somehow deals with the situation. Yet again, the doctor steps in for treatment. There's that hand from Indran Gregory onto Senu Paria's face. Looks like it's a eyes. And Joya Chakma, the referee, had a very clean game so far. No such big decisions to make. The gameplay mostly in one half of the pitch. As Kusum joining ranks together. Cross comes and blasted it over the top. Virsana Chaudhary had an easy scoring chance. It was bouncing as well. Just putting it over. Meena earns a corner. The front line. Very flexible. And now chance for a header. Just evades a red shirt. Now goes for the curler once more. It's that crossbar. Somehow I fail to understand that relationship continues. And it was eventually turned in.
Goal for Nepal, jersey number 11, Samiksha.
Half a dozen for Nepal. Samik Shmagar was on the score sheet in the last game as well. Yet again, she scores. Sri Lanka. Nepal are 6-0 ahead. There she is, Samiksha. All the changes from Yamprasad Guru. Rightly working. It's the last quarter. Referee Choya Chakma for the second water break. We've had one in the first. Sri Lanka are completely flabbergasted by Nepal's aggressive play. It has been a similar story for them throughout this competition. And Yamprasad Gurung knows it. Victories by big margins. That lifts the morale of the side. Sri Lanka are down in the dump. Conceded 27 goals. It's fourth game in the running. Sarita just stepping past one and hitting it wide. A field day for Nepal. And Bangladesh would be watching this. Peter Butler, he knows it. He's got another 90 minutes left against Yamprasad Gurung's Nepal. Sushila, and now out wide for Kusum. Sushila makes an entry into the penalty area, and that's 7-0. What a telling ball. On the turn, Samik Shamagar with a double. A similar story from a couple of nights ago. Nepal, they ran a riot over Sri Lanka this evening as well. Sri Lanka are no match
Goal for Nepal, jersey
to
number
the rest
11, Samikshaya
of the
Magar.
teams in this tournament. The previous goal, the keeper Tharusika was nowhere near. It's just a hit and run football from Sri Lanka. No clear pattern emerging. Nepal side just following the modern principle, building from behind. That was Kusum across the face of goal. Couldn't find her teammate. Sends the ball with too much of power. Samiksha Magar was interested. Again, it's been cut out almost. Dulni has to clear, which she does, but only for the throw in. Takes a tumble. Kuwaita. Now close down. Fatima. Nepal onto the ball in a flash. Regulation time of 10 minutes left. It's Nepal 7, Sri Lanka 0. Meena. Kusum was providing an interesting run. Shivanta Kumara making a change. Oshadi will come on for Kuwaita.
Substitution for
That's a like for like change.
Kuwaita, Thayaparam, replaced by jersey number 12, Oshadi Gunawardhanage.
Raiding from behind. Nepal. Drops kindly. Birshana selling one dummy. A shot is blocked. Looking for her third of this evening. 4 players scoring hat tricks. Now this season in the Saff Under 20 Championship. A lot of energy. Samiksha Magar just adds into the front line of Nepal. This is Gagani. Lion Shikar just transfers her body weight onto Semi Hangma. I couldn't get past that challenge. I stood firm there. Sita Rokaya, a new addition in the defense line. And now driving forward. Nepal once more. Ganga Rukaya from the left wing. Senu Parrier. Great interplay. Breaks for Senu. Twisting and turning. And tees up Meena inside the box. Sita Rukaya's ball in. Straight to the goalkeeper. Victory will take Nepal on top of the table momentarily. Oh, slipping in nicely, it's Meena. Quickly closed down. Tarusika once more. with the heroics for Sri Lanka between the sticks. Nepal will go level on points with Bangladesh with a very healthy goal difference. There will be slight pressure on the Bangla Tigresses when they face Bhutan. That's slated for a 7 p.m. kickoff. It starts 6:30 p.m. for the Indian viewers watching this on the YouTube channel of Sportzworkz. Shivanka Kumara's team overpowered completely in each and every game. And Tharusika, she carries on despite discomfort onto her left knee. It looks like the only goalkeeping option for Sri Lanka. Had to concede 28 goals. Even though numbers at times may not depict the true story. A couple of changes getting ready. Both making a change each. And not much time left now. Here comes Nepal from the left hand side. Poor clearance. Birsana Chaudhary. Well stopped by the goalkeeper. Now Sri Lanka trying to go forward. Indran Gregory. Saritha not too strong for the challenge. Barshauli will be brought on. Vijay Prasad Guru. And Shashmi is coming on for Sri Lanka. And off goes Fatima Afsar.
Substitution for Nepal.
Meena Wakesfield for Barshauli.
Jersey number 10, Barshauli. Substitution for Sri Lanka. Jersey number 21, Fatima Afsar, replaced by jersey number 8.
Vijay Prasad Guru
Lanka.
exhausted his quota of changes. He's made all 5 of them. Injury to any player within this time frame, they'll have to play with 10. Now space for Sri Lanka to shoot. The delays attack too much. One touch too many in the end. Senu Paria. clearly the player of the match in this game. Barshauli. Barshauli moves away from one. It's another penalty for Nepal. A couple of players on a hat-trick. Let's see who takes it. As Barsha was expecting that foul challenge. Somewhat buys it from Rumesha, who falls into the trap. Is it going to be Samiksha Magar? Meena scored a hat-trick against Sri Lanka in the last game. Now it's Shamiksha's turn. Shamiksha Magar. Instead it's Sushila who takes it and is saved. Still chance on the rebound. A couple of players converging.
Additional time.
Everybody missing it. We all thought Samiksha gonna take it, but it's Sushila who stepped up. But it's saved by Tharusika. Brilliant goalkeeping. 8 minutes added on. Kusum and Samiksha both were on a hat-trick. And surprisingly, Sushila stepped in. And fails to score from the spot. A chance for Nepal to go one better than the last game. Just a few minutes ago, they missed a golden opportunity. Sarita. Ganga Rukaya comes away with the ball, clips it towards the far post. Was hung up nicely. And then a hit from distance. Was too hot to handle. Rumesha goes down now. Here's that obstruction from Senupariya. Sri Lanka, they play Bangladesh next on 19 July. It's going to be another tough game. And Nepal will face Bhutan. A fixture which Nepal dominated in the first leg by winning it 1-6. Purnia scoring 4 goals. And a brace from Senupariya. Just a day's gap before they face Bhutan, who'll play later in the day. Still doesn't clear Bhutan. Sri Lanka fails to make that opportunity count. Sushila. That penalty miss shouldn't affect her. Samiksha Magar bursting in. That's poor. And every now and then the keeper just goes down. Tharusika. This time the stretcher has been brought on. Is that something serious? It's the Sri Lankan captain, Sanduni. He might have badly twisted her ankle. The stretcher taken back. Senu. Nepal trying to penetrate. Was closed down. Spreading it on the far right. The first touch takes her away. Kusum fails to keep the ball in play. Gagani with a long clearance. Chase on from Lanchika. Can they find some consolation? Now they had one clear-cut scoring opportunity. Wasted by Sanduni. Cleared off the line by Anisha. Giving up on the chase. That's Barshauli. Plenty of attacking options at the disposal of Yam Prasad Guru. It's all about how he uses those options against big teams like Bangladesh. Who's going to be his first choice attackers? With everyone chipping in with goals, it's going to be a tough call when they play Bangladesh on the last match day, which may potentially decide the title. Senu Parir continues with her run. Barsha on the return. Senu Parir kept in play cleverly. Sri Lanka saw that. Yet another player went down with injury. It's Dulli, one of their trusted centre backs. And there goes the full-time whistle. Another convincing victory for Nepal.
7 and Sri Lanka 0.
Exactly the repetition of the scoreline from a couple of nights ago. Another 7-0 win for Nepal against Sri Lanka. A couple of goals from Samik Shamagar and Kusum, and a goal apiece from Purnima Rai, Birsana Chaudhary, and Sarita Nath from a free kick. Sri Lanka will continue to stay where they are in the points table, right at the bottom. Their fourth defeat in a row. And for Nepal, their third victory of this competition, as they go level with Bangladesh, both on 9 points now, even though the latter has a game in hand. Now Sanduni, she's limping and will be helped out. At full time, it's Nepal 7, Sri Lanka 0. It took Nepal nearly 15 minutes to score the first goal. And they managed to get 3 in the closing stages of the first half. Let's have a look at the highlights of this game. Senu Paria was lively right from the start, and then Purnima Rai on the 15th minute mark converts that rebound. And then she sets up Meena. Two strikers combined. Sarita Nath's free kick went directly after a mistake from the goalkeeper. And the first half ended 4-0. The wicket deflection, and Sri Lanka creating a very good chance with their captain Sanduni not managing to find the back of the net. Ganga Rukaya clearing it off the line. Samik Shamagar was brought down, resulting into a penalty converted by Barsha Chaudhary to make it 5-0. Then another curler from distance, Sarita Nath, who was in the mix. Kusum had a very good game. A similar story. And then Samik Shamagar getting in the 6th goal. And almost immediately the 7th one. Barsha winning that penalty. Sushila fails to convert even the rebound. Senu Paria obstructing her vision by stepping in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. It was a tough game, but our keeper is injured. Her both the knees are injured, but she didn't give up. And we are having a small team. Everyone is small. Plus, we'll keep on trying and we'll never give up.
Thank you so much.
Never give up is the word from Fatima Afsar. She did point out Tharusika carrying a niggle on both her knees. It has been a disaster this tournament so far for Sri Lanka. Nepal just hitting at the right time. Consistency in their performance. Scoring 14 goals in the last two games. And more importantly, managing to keep 2 clean sheets. Very important game lined up after this. Bhutan and Bangladesh will lock horns for the second time in this tournament this season. Let's hear then from Samiksha Magar.
क्वेसन सोधेको खेल कस्तो लाग्यो के भन क्वेसन के भन रे खेल कस्तो लाग्यो तिमीले 2 गोल हान्यौ कस्तो लाग्यो तिमीलाई भन्दै खुसी लाग्यो अब हामीले गुरुले भन् जस्तै तरिकाले खेल्यौं अलिअलि गुरुले भन् जस्तो मिलेन पनि अब हामीले हाम्रो टिमकै टिमवर्ककै भएर मैले 2 गोल गर्न सके अब साथीहरुकै सहयोगले यो गोलहरु चाहिँ सब हाम्रो टिममेट कोचेस सब टिमलाई नै जान्छ.
So she plays well. She's feeling happy, and it all credit goes to team and coaches.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
She mentions it's a teamwork and the entire team deserves the credit for such a stupendous performance. So at full time, here at the Basundhara Kings Arena training ground, it's Nepal 7, Sri Lanka 0. Thank you